Hey, Blossoming Tribe. So, today, somehow, I just want to talk about the strength to be nice or the strength to be kind. And it's very interesting because, growing up with a lot of baggages and luggages in my emotional body and trauma and everything, being triggered by so many little things around me that, it's like it's easy to react in an explosive manner. I remember having like an argument with my sister back like way a long time ago, and I almost wanted to push her because of that anger of that. Like, it's just something that it's like it feels like it helps me prove a point or something when I am asserting my strength, when I am asserting my power in that way. And we see that a lot in movies. We see that a lot in people around us in society. That in traffic, when someone cuts you off, you know what you're gonna get with from some people. And it's like it's this constant fighting around us, um, and it's like it is kind of like the norm, not with everyone obviously, but in general that's what you see around us. And now that I'm growing more, I mean, we're all humans, it's part of our journey. It's nothing that to be ashamed of. I've done it, and it's we all learn. But I think now that I'm becoming more aware, more woke, more awakened with the divine part of things, the spiritual part of things, spiritual growth and everything, I'm realizing the beauty and grace and strength of being nice and being kind, and why that's actually very it's not to be laughed at. I know that so many what's being propagated a lot in media is that nice guys, nice people finish last or something like that. Like, it gives this impression that when you're nice, you're not gonna succeed. You're gonna fail. It's not something that is supported. It's like it's like almost laughable to be nice. Like, you're being frail. Um, you're being weak. Like, being nice is weak, and it's like that's a belief that we have collectively. I mean, not everyone, but in general, collectively we have as a community. And it's funny, just as much as individual beliefs can affect your life and what you do in your life and what you accomplish in your life, it also affects what we can do as a collective in our society, in our community, when we hold these types of beliefs. And now I feel like this is time to re-examine that belief, to re-examine that, and not just take things because they're said on TV, because they're said on the radio, because they're said by me even. Like, this channel is really to one of the things that I intend is for you to realize your own power to sift through these things, to think about through these things, and to consult with your inner knowledge, with your inner voice, to listen to your inner voice. What is it saying? What is your heart really making you feel? And I know for some people that can be a little confusing because of all the conditionings that we have, and so we do need to have some healing that needs to happen. So the more you unload from yourself, the more clear things would be. And it's when you're just starting out, it's easy to confuse what your inner voice is saying versus what your ego is saying. So it's kind of like, and I'm also working on that. I'm not like I'm not that different. So we're all working on that, trying to really discern what is it that is in alignment with us. So I think this belief is something that we need to re-examine again. And for me at this point, I'm realizing the strength of being nice and being kind. Just like when, how, martial arts people who are really rooted to the meaning of it, or rooted to the essence of it, they know how to fight, but they don't use it just to exert power on other people. They actually use it to spread love and kindness, and to teach so many wisdom when you are using this power with balance. I think at the end of the day, it's all about balance. Like, Mother Earth is very powerful, but you can see how balanced she is. But she can be very ferocious, especially if we are imbalanced with her. Obviously, nature is gonna give that back to us, you know. But in the topic that I'm talking about, when you have the power, the important thing is, if you want it to be beautiful and to be thriving and beautiful, it has to be used with balance. You know, just like with anything, you know, too much of anything is not really good, and that includes power. And I think our fire energy on this world is to the roof, that we end up hurting other people because of the excess use of this power. But the good thing about that is that it just really shows that we're powerful, that humanity is very powerful. And it's just a matter of, where are we going to channel this power? How are we going to use this power? All of this energy that we are wasting on creating havoc and chaos on this earth, if we just use that to create positivity and love and something that's good for the well-being of all, can you imagine where we're going to be in like a week? Not even in the future, like in a week. So like, the strength of using that power for something nice, for creating something beautiful, for creating something magnificent and loving. Imagine the strength of that, and how much ripple and positive change that can do in the world. Nice guys won't finish last. Nice people, ladies, females, males, anything, other genders that are just as important, we will finish first, all of us. It's not even going to be a race. It's not even going to be a competition. And just because it's not a competition, that means that nobody finished last. So that is the strength of being nice. And on the other side of that is also the strength. What really inspired me to talk about this topic is the strength to be nice. And you know, that's a little bit personal to me, because you know, when in a Filipino family, a lot of Filipinos know this, there's this dynamic that came from our ancestral trauma of like being triggered by your family. And it's like I said in the first part of this video, it's very hard to be nice. It's very especially when it becomes very personal, because your family, the people close to you, they know your weakness, and they know the story that you've been conditioned with, and they tend to be part of that script, and they tend to expect that from you. And so when you try to get out of that script, it's gonna be a little rocky. Not a little, a lot, greatly rocky. And during this transition, being nice is really, really, really hard. It's easier to be nicer to strangers than to your own family and people close to you. But what I realized is, because of all the healing work and shadow work that I've been doing, and reconnection and alignment and everything, I realized that it's really within me. It's really the work that I've done to balance these energies within myself. You know, it's kind of like when you sail into the sea, and if your boat is not really equipped properly, and you didn't really test the balance of your boat, and you didn't really like reinforce the structure. I mean, I'm not a boat maker, but if you didn't really reinforce the structure, you didn't really check, you know, the rudder or something like that, and you go out into the sea that is already rough, you know, it's gonna topple. So I learned how to check myself and my own vessel, which is my body and my spirit and my emotions, and to make sure that I am balanced, I'm aligned, I know my purpose, I know who I am. And it takes strength to be that. It takes strength to heal. Like, you need to heal to be strong, right? Like, when you get sick, you need to rest and heal first so that you can become strong. So healing is a very big part of it, and I did a lot of that. And just knowing your design, your structure, the way you flow into life, just like a boat. And you know that when rough things happen, you know how to put your boat back into balance. And it takes a lot of strength and wisdom and personal empowerment, and knowing how to use that power with balance, with the right intention, with knowing why you're even here. It takes a lot of strength, takes a lot of knowing and anchoring to yourself and to the divine. And that is not an easy, that is not what they say, cakewalk, catwalk, cakewalk, or something like that. It's not easy. Just like a duck, you know, when they look so graceful when they're like on the pond, but underneath their feet are like working big time. They're strong. They're strong. And so to be a graceful human on this planet takes a lot of strength that a lot of already enlightened people that we see in this planet, I don't know, enlightened or like people look up to, they make it look so easy. Like the Dalai Lama. I mean, I don't know his life, but they make it look so easy. But to me, with my personal experience, it looks so easy because the strength that we have, and that person has. I don't know specifically with the Dalai Lama. Maybe he's just really just a saint. But in general, with other people, I guess it's when they make it look easy, it's because they've cultivated this strength within them to stay with light, to align with light, and to see that light within themselves, and to act with light. And it takes a lot of strength and work sometimes to do that. But the more, I feel like the more you master that, the more you practice that in your daily life, the easier it's gonna get. And so that's what I'm learning, and I'm learning. I mean, I'm still not perfect, but I'm learning in moments that I can do that I have the potential to do that. And it feels very good to see a situation and see it for what it is, that we all just want love in this world, and we all just are trying to lift up the vibration of our planet, of our world, and to love. We all just want to be loved and to love. Now, it takes strength. So when the next time you see a nice guy or nice person, a nice gal out there, recognize the strength behind that. When someone is being authentically nice and doesn't have to be all a mean girl like that, because, you know, movies, like they portray these mean girls to be popular, but when you see someone being outside of that stereotype and being a nice person, genuinely nice person, but with strength, with like the right foundation within themselves in a grounded way, recognize the power and the strength in that. And I think it's time to give credit to that, to others and within ourselves as well, especially if you're a light worker, which a lot of people who view my videos are. Recognize that within you and be inspired by that. And I want to say that the divine is acknowledging that and appreciating that. The divine sees everything, and they see you and other people doing that, and they acknowledge you and they congratulate and celebrate you. So yeah, that's something that I guess what I wanted to talk about, being nice. And one more thing I don't want to forget too, being nice doesn't mean that you just allow people to do anything they want to you. Sometimes being nice is setting boundaries and asserting yourself, and asserting your principle, asserting the goodness, and asserting the standard that you expect from other people to also be nice. Because the energy of being nice is positive, and it's for the well-being of people. And we all deserve to be treated nicely. So it may look mean to set boundaries and to assert yourself, but actually you're advocating for niceness. So it's like, just digest that a little bit and see how you can incorporate that into your thought process, into your life. So, but I love these conversations with you, Blossoming Tribe. We're all blossoming. I'm blossoming. I'm just sharing all of these things because these are things that I think about or just kind of come into my mental sphere, emotional being sphere, and I just want to share it. And it's really up to you how you want to process it, how that affects your life, or how you want to move forward with it, whether you take it or not. It's really up to you. Post it in your channel, whatever's coming to you. You know, we all respect each other. We're all our own being. We all have our own journeys. So we're just as much as you. I appreciate you respecting me being me. I appreciate you and I respect you being you. And thank you for being you. Thank you for being in this world. Thank you for your presence. And grateful to have you in my space. And I think that's all I have for this topic. Thank you for listening, and yeah, we'll see each other next time. Till next time, Blossoming Tribe, many blessings, and I wish you a very, very blessed, wonderful present moment in your life. Namaste.